Namaste. A very good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day. We are into week 37 and 254th day. The quality of the week that we are looking at is reverence. And before we just give me a moment here. Sorry for that glitch. And before we move further, I would like to remind you all to share the invitation for master classes and being heartful every day with your friends and family. And let us continue the inspirational reading which we started yesterday. The message we are reading today is the remaining part of Let Love Shine Supreme. So this message was given by Daji on 28 September 2016, New York, USA. We had read a couple of stanzas, and I like to continue. I'm repeating the last paragraph which we read yesterday. Humility is like a vacuum. It creates a spiritual vacuum in us. Only then are we able to imbibe transmission. If we say we are perfect, the vacuum is already full and nothing else can fill it up. So grace will never descend. It will be like an inverted pot. Grace will fall on the pot, no doubt, but it will never be absorbed. In order for that pot to be empty and receive, in order for our heart to remain empty and receive, we must have humility. Humility will attract grace from the Master. In his message from the Brighter Word on Tuesday, 5th March 2002, Pujya Sri Babuji says, "The humblest creature, the most self-effacing one, can lead a richer life than a king." Let us also revisit the message from Pujya Sri Babuji given on 30th April 1982 at Surat. If we consider ourselves great, we put up a wall to that greatness where we have to arrive. We create bondage, so to say. That becomes an obstruction on the path. What's the harm? When we assume greatness, we start considering others as low, insignificant. Now that path which we have to trudge also gets closed, and we are wholly lost to all intents and purposes. Somebody takes it in his mind that he excels someone else in some particular way. That assumes various forms, and we strengthen egoism for nothing. Without getting anything in return, we blow our own trumpet in our own thoughts and lose a lot in the process. We all have our individuality for which we are grateful to the Lord. But to remain egoistic is akin to insulting ourselves and ultimately God. When love shines supreme in the meditating heart, whatsoever it may touch is alchemized. Inwardly remaining meditative and externally remaining focused on our mundane work, our inner loving state transforms the very nature of work we are attempting to perform. Even so-called emotion toxins are transformed when we are meditative. Greater understanding develops that can transform the vishayas, the toxins, into nectar. Heart becomes like a prism through which anything that passes becomes nectar. Instead of responding to revenge with revenge or anger with anger, imagine the very instinctual nature responding to such revenge and anger with compassion and love. Imagine if we prick a cat's tail and instead of pouncing, that very cat starts to display a different response, one of indifference or a happy meow. We would be surprised to see such a cat. We can try to transform ourselves so as to become instinctively responsive with love and a smile, or with a little joke, instead of responding with sarcasm and insults. No doubt the energy arising out of anger is unique, and anger cannot be destroyed, as Pujya Sri Babuji puts it. But surely the energy can be transformed into compassion if we only allow a few seconds of pause and reflect and apply understanding with wisdom. So here, instead of instinctively responding with anger, in a state of love, instinctively the response is colored with compassion. Is this not evolution? Is it so much of a challenge for a meditative mind to arrive at such a sublime state? Don't you think that if we wish that, yes, I would like that to happen, our beloved Master Chariji will help us achieve that? When he is there to support us, why do we think twice? Will he just remain a silent witness to our struggles to improve? What I have understood from our beloved Master's talks, which were released in the book Love and Death, is as follows. To me, this is the essence of the whole series of talks. To love is to efface oneself from the glitch of ego. The lower self must be effaced, so in a way, it is one kind of annihilation. Friendship must ripen into love. Love must ripen into adoration. Adoration into worship. Worship into surrender. And then the extinction of the self, the death of the little me. Truly, when we love, we seek only the beloved. We think only of the beloved. Only the beloved exists. We don't. It is love that ennobles this bond. Love is all about giving and giving. It is never about taking. When this love dissolves into another likewise dissolves into the lover. Both are dissolving into each other. This is the ideal relationship with the Lord. He, our Lord, is always loyal. We have to make ourselves loyal and worthy. The entire preparation or the journey is only towards this, to become worthy of His love. Let us now prepare ourselves for the universal prayer. Let us connect to the deepest core of our hearts and melting into the love and devotion present there. And let our hearts expand and embrace all our sisters and brothers. And we offer this prayer. All sisters and brothers are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger among them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा और दृढ़ होती जा रही है. I repeat, let us all pray that all sisters and brothers are being filled with love and devotion, and that real faith is growing stronger among them. सभी भाई और बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है. Let us remain absorbed in this prayerful reverence for next 12 to 14 minutes.